Hey food lovers, today we're diving into 5 fried rice hacks you can't miss. Get ready to transform your leftovers into something spectacular. That's right, you heard me. We're taking that sad, neglected rice sitting in your fridge and turning it into a culinary masterpiece. No more excuses for boring meals, because I'm about to show you how to make fried rice that's bursting with flavor and will have you shouting for seconds. Listen up, you donkey. Cooking fried rice isn't just about throwing ingredients into a wok and hoping for the best. It's an art form, a delicate balance of flavors and textures that requires precision and patience. And it all starts with the rice. The first rule of fried rice is you do not, I repeat, do not use freshly cooked rice. Freshly cooked rice is too moist, too sticky, and it will ruin your dish. You want that rice to be a day old, maybe even 2. This allows the rice to dry out, giving it the perfect texture for frying. When rice is freshly cooked, it contains too much moisture, which makes it clump together and become mushy when you try to fry it. Day-old rice, on the other hand, has had time to firm up and lose some of that excess moisture. This is crucial for achieving those individual grains that don't clump together in a soggy mess. Trust me, the difference is night and day. You want it dried out? You hear me? Spread it out on a baking sheet and let it sit in the fridge. This will help it dry out even more, ensuring that each grain of rice is perfectly separated when you fry it. That's what's going to give you that perfect texture. Those individual grains that don't clump together in a soggy mess. It's the key to making fried rice that is light, fluffy, and full of flavor. Fresh rice, it's got too much moisture. It's going to turn to mush in your wok. And nobody wants mushy fried rice. We want fluffy, beautiful fried rice, not some sticky, gloppy disaster. So, do yourself a favor and plan ahead. Cook your rice the day before, spread it out on a baking sheet to cool, and let it dry out in the fridge. This simple step will make all the difference in the world. When you take the time to properly prepare your rice, you'll be rewarded with fried rice that is light, fluffy, and full of flavor. It's a small detail, but it's one that can make or break your dish. We want fluffy, beautiful fried rice, not some sticky, gloppy disaster. So remember, the key to perfect fried rice is in the preparation. Take the time to do it right, and you'll be rewarded with a dish that is truly exceptional. So, do yourself a favor and plan ahead. Cook your rice the day before, spread it out on a baking sheet to cool, and let it dry out in the fridge. This simple step will make all the difference in the world. Cook your rice the day before, spread it out on a baking sheet to cool, and let it dry out in the fridge. This simple step will make all the difference in the world. And when you're ready to cook, you'll have rice that is perfectly prepared for frying. It's a small detail, but it's one that can make or break your dish. It'll make all the difference, I promise you. So, take the time to do it right, and you'll be rewarded with a dish that is truly exceptional. Happy cooking! Now let's talk protein. Fried rice is a blank canvas, begging for some flavor, and leftover protein is your secret weapon. Got some roasted chicken from last night's dinner? Dice it up. Leftover shrimp from that barbecue? Toss them in. Even tofu, for God's sake, can find a happy home in your fried rice. Don't be afraid to get creative here. This is about using what you've got and turning it into something extraordinary. Slice it thin, chop it small, whatever you do, make sure it's incorporated evenly throughout the rice. We want every bite to be an explosion of flavor. Vegetables, you lot. Don't you dare tell me you're throwing those away. Those vibrant, crunchy, and nutrient-packed gems are the unsung heroes of your kitchen. They might be hiding in the back of your fridge, but they are far from forgotten. Each one of them holds the potential to transform your meals from mundane to magnificent. We're not running a soup kitchen here, but we're not afraid to use every last bit of goodness in our fridge. Those slightly wilted carrots, the half-used bell pepper, and even that lonely onion can all come together to create something extraordinary. It's all about maximizing what you have and minimizing waste. Peas, carrots, bell peppers, onions, whatever you've got lurking in those crisper drawers, chop them up and get them in the wok. The key is to cut them into uniform pieces so they cook evenly. This not only ensures a perfect bite every time, but also makes the dish visually appealing. A little bit of color goes a long way, and those veggies add a fantastic crunch and freshness to your fried rice. The vibrant hues of the vegetables not only make the dish look appetizing but also indicate the presence of various nutrients. Each color represents different vitamins and minerals, making your meal not just tasty, but also healthy. And don't even think about overcooking them. Overcooked vegetables lose their crunch, their color, and most importantly, their nutritional value. The goal is to keep them slightly crisp, so they retain their natural flavors and textures. We want them vibrant and slightly crisp, not soggy and lifeless. The perfect stir-fry is all about balance. You want the vegetables to be cooked just enough to bring out their natural sweetness while still maintaining a bit of bite. A quick toss in the wok is all they need. High heat and constant movement are the secrets to a perfect stir-fry. This method locks in the flavors and ensures that each piece is cooked to perfection. So next time you raid your fridge, remember, those veggies are your ticket to a delicious and nutritious meal. Now for the love of all things delicious, don't you dare serve me bland fried rice. Fried rice is a canvas and you are the artist. Each ingredient you add is a brushstroke, each seasoning a splash of color. We're not just cooking here, we're creating a masterpiece. We're going to give it a flavor punch that'll knock your socks off. Imagine the sizzle of the pan, the aroma wafting through the air, making your mouth water in anticipation. This is where the magic happens. A splash of soy sauce for that savory umami depth, the kind that makes you close your eyes and savor every bite. Soy sauce is like the bass line in a song, grounding all the other flavors and giving them a foundation to shine. A dash of oyster sauce for a touch of sweetness and complexity, adding layers to the flavor profile. It's like adding a hint of mystery to your dish, making each bite a delightful surprise. Maybe even a drizzle of sriracha if you like a bit of a kick. That heat can elevate the dish, giving it an edge that makes it unforgettable. It's the exclamation point at the end of a delicious sentence. The key here is to taste as you go. Cooking is an art, but it's also a science. You need to balance the flavors, and the only way to do that is by tasting. Don't be afraid to adjust and tweak. Start small, add a little at a time. Think of it as building a house. You need a strong foundation before you can add the finishing touches. Each seasoning is a building block, and adjust the seasoning until it's just right. This is your dish, your creation. Make it something you're proud of, something that tells a story with every bite. Remember, you can always add more, but you can't take it away once it's in there. It's easier to build up flavors than to tone them down, so be cautious but confident. Cooking is a journey, and every step is an adventure. So go ahead, be bold, be creative, and most importantly, have fun. Because at the end of the day, the best dishes are made with love and a dash of daring. Finally, the piece de resistance, the crowning glory of any self-respecting fried rice, the egg. Now, you can go classic with a fried egg, sunny side up, yolk just begging to be broken and mixed into the rice. Or, if you're feeling adventurous, scramble it up with the rice for a more integrated flavor. However you choose to do it, make sure that egg is cooked to perfection. No runny whites, no rubbery yolks. We want that egg to be silky smooth and add a touch of richness to every single bite. And there you have it. 5 simple hacks to turn your leftover rice into a mouth-watering meal. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more delicious tips and tricks. You see, cooking doesn't have to be complicated. With a few simple techniques and a bit of creativity, you can transform even the humblest of ingredients into something truly spectacular. Now get in that kitchen and start cooking.